Welcome to 716 Sports Blizzard, and today my guest is Jonathan.
Hello, Robbie. How you doing? It's been a while since we did a show. I got a new phone. I could try to plug the earbuds in, but I can't get the case off, so I'll do it without the headphones. But it's been a while since we did so how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Uh, just watch the Sabres.
As of now, they're dominating the Pittsburgh Penguins 7-3. About 4 minutes left in the game. My thoughts on this game? Okay. Yes, we should take the preseason pledge. Gotta remind ourselves, it's only preseason. Pittsburgh has virtually their AHL squad out there. I mean, you can't put much stock in the preseason because the Bills in the preseason lost to what looks like a historically bad Carolina Panthers team. But with that said, I am impressed with what I've seen with the Sabres. They're aggressive. They're hitting. They're playing physical. That's something we've not seen from this team in a while.
Yes, I agree with you because like Wendy, the coach, he had the team uh back in the 2000s
Breer
when
and Drury. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
the last two golden ages of Sabres hockey, the late 90s with Dominic Hasek and the Breer Drury era, Lindy Ruff was their coach. And I'll admit, I do like the hire. The problem with the last couple of Sabres teams is they were never held accountable for their style of play. So, but Lindy Ruff, you heard, I don't know if you heard, when they're slacking off, he made the team do push-ups. He's holding them accountable.
Yeah, I saw that on X or Twitter,
I
whatever.
can vouch for myself. When I was in high school, I was on the swim team. And when I was not given 100% effort, my coach, Mr. Grant, would scream at me. And that would energize me.
Yeah, and like I like what I'm seeing from UPL.
Oh yeah, he allowed a goal really early at Pittsburgh, but yeah, I really like the goaltending. I mean, if we could get I mean, and I'm really excited for Levi. I mean, if we could get if we could get the offense back to where it was the year before, combine it with last year's deep goaltending, we should finally have a playoff team. I mean, I think the talent is there. There is no reason to think this team won't make the playoffs, and that is ridiculously long, 13-year-long drought.
Yeah, and I think I think this might be the year the Sabres like they can they can get themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if the bottom six is better, and I like the hire of Lindy Ruff. We saw what he did in New Jersey. The Sabres are a young team, and Ruff's a good coach with a young team. We saw what he did with New Jersey, a young team, and I think Ruff will get the most out of the Sabres team.
I think so too cuz we got Benson who just turned 19 and then we got Tuck, Darlene, Thompson.
JJ Paterka, I'm really excited for. He has a hat trick tonight.
Yeah,
Buffalo out
Paterka.
shooting Pittsburgh 43-17.
Jeez. That that the Sabres are really like doing well.
They're dominating. And as I said earlier, while you could say, well, it's preseason and Pittsburgh has their mostly prospects, the Sabres did not look good against those kind of teams. There were games last year's preseason the Sabres did not look good. So this is very encouraging.
Yes, it is. And like like this coaching change might be better for Buffalo.
Yeah. Initially, I didn't like the coaching change. For one, I didn't like how they rushed to it. I would have rather had Craig Berube or Mike Brindamore or someone else. But the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, Ross probably the best we could possibly get. He is an experienced coach. He did have success with the Sabres in the mid 2000s. He did have success with the Devils. I think this is the coach that the Sabres need to get back to the playoffs.
And and especially with the Sabres starting off in overseas in Prague and going over there and playing a few games.
Yeah, they'll be playing New Jersey. I mean, that's going to be really interesting. The Sabres win both those games. Think of the atmosphere when they come back. Lindy Ruff defeats his former team twice in Prague, Czech Republic, and they go back to they go back. Do you remember who the Sabres play in their home opener?
They go back and they play the Kings and then they play Florida.
Oh yeah, so when they play the Kings, oh yeah, that's the atmosphere is going to be electric. And then they face the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. That's going to be the crowd is going to be jacked because a lot of fans are just excited to see Lindy Ruff back. A man who's been in the Sabres all 5 decades of their existence. I just have some great memories of Lindy Ruff, dating back to the late 90s with Hasek and think of those Breer Drury years where they almost won the cup. So I think this is a good hire. And I'm really excited for this season. And the clock ticks down to 6, and the Buffalo Sabres are going to get away with a 7-3 victory.
Yeah. And like UPL and I mean
I really like
um
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I'm really excited.
yeah,
I'm
and we got Devin Levi.
so,
Who's our goalies down in Rochester?
Devin Levi and I forgot who the other one was. Um, not Hauser. I know Levi's going to get another year, which I think is the right call. But well, according to this, it's just Levi. So I really don't know who else. Probably just some backup. All right, Chris. Yes, we did win. I guess we got some fans calling in.
Yeah. They they just pop in, you know.
Now
Um
you want to talk about the Bills now?
so when the Bills played Miami last Thursday, right?
Yes. Last Thursday against the Miami Dolphins.
Um do you think Tua should step away from the game?
Yes, that's 4 concussions. 5. It's the guy's head could be scrambled. I am real. The fact that he's not walking away just terrifies me. How many more hits is he gonna take? He's he's. I'm a, that's 5 concussions in his career. He'll end up like a vegetable. What do you think, Robbie? Do you think he should walk away?
What
My friend Remy thinks so. So does Daniel.
I think you take the money and run like the wind.
Yes. Well, my friend. I don't know if anyone can hear my friend Remy, but he said take the money. But your turn, Robbie. What do you think?
so like it's 5 concussions for him?
Yeah, I believe 3 in the 4 or 5. It was 3 in the NFL, and then I'm trying to remember if he had 1 or 2 in college. But either way, it's just too many concussions. I am terrified for his health, for his well-being.
Yeah, I mean um wouldn't that be considered CTE or whatever they call it?
CTE. Oh yeah, you see a lot of people just go crazy over it. Like there was a professional wrestler named Chris Benoit. He suffered CTE and he ended up murdering his family before killing himself. And you just hear all these horror stories about the CTE. And it is, I'm so terrified that something's going to happen to Tua. But let's get back to the game itself. So what do you think of the game?
I think the Bills defense played out like they played good that game.
Oh yeah. What really impresses me about the Bills defense is despite all their losses, Poyer, Hyde, the injuries to Johnson, losing Tre'Davious White, they lose so much. They lost so much on defense. Okay, in the first half of the Arizona game, they struggled. I mean, Kyler Murray moved up and down the field easily. But in the second half, they adjusted, and the only touchdown they allowed was on a kickoff return. And then against Miami, they only held them to 10 points. So it really shows what a smart defensive-minded coach Sean McDermott is. In Arizona, well, they did put 41 points on the Los Angeles Rams. So, okay, yes, it's early. Yes, it is early, but I am really happy with what I saw for the Bills. And I'm really excited for this season thus far.
How do you feel about the Bills going up against two of their former teammates, Mitch Morris and Gabriel Davis?
Oh, that Jacksonville game is going to be really interesting. Actually, I think Gabe Davis is injured. I believe, if I remember correctly, Gabe Davis is going to be out. Hey, Robbie, you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check to see if Gabe Davis is going to make it. So, Robbie, do you have any predictions about the Actually, no. Gabe Davis is going to play, so I think the Bills should shut him down.
Do you think that like who do you think is going to stand out in the defense and in the offense for the game?
For the offense, I'm going to say James Cook. He had 3 touchdowns for the Bills against the Dolphins, and I really like how they're getting the run game going. And for the defense, I'm going to say Greg Rousseau, because AKA Groot. I mean, I think Groot's going to be a stud. Like, he led the team in tackles and then he led the team in sacks during the preseason. And I think the guy, I think he's going to be great. So,
I mean, I'm hoping for a good game between the two teams, and hopefully the Bills come out of this game healthy and no more injuries.
well, here's the thing about Jacksonville. That's the thing. Avoid injury. So this could be potentially a trap game. Jacksonville is off to an 0-2 start. They lost to a mediocre Cleveland Browns team. So they have some nice pieces. I think Trevor Lawrence has the assets to be a great quarterback, but I don't know. It seems like he peaked in college and he's not playing up to it, and he's not. He hasn't so far. He hasn't shown the science that he's been a great quarterback. And Jacksonville is 0-2. So on paper, Buffalo's a better team. But for some reason, this team has our number. The 6-9 loss when they had Urban Meyer, they only had one win. Or when we traveled to London last year and lost to them. So it's going to be tough.
Dylan Raiola got screwed by you.
My friend Remy's a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan. He's complaining about the refs in the Nebraska game, but
What what's the score in the Nebraska game anyways?
34-28. 31-24, yeah. It was Nebraska's first loss of the season. My friend bro there is a Nebraska fan, and
Yeah. And Dylan Raiola is good to be the new Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, Dylan Rodolph's built up. So
The um and
Yeah.
yeah that and yeah tomorrow the Sunday night game is Kansas City and who?
Kansas City played Atlanta.
The Atlanta played Monday night, right, against Philadelphia.
Yeah, Atlanta scored a huge upset over Philadelphia. So I mean, Philadelphia had a game they choked in the end. I mean,
Yeah.
Kansas City has a lot of injuries, but they're not going anywhere. They still have Mahomes. They still have Reed. They still have. Well, Kelsey's actually starting to regress, but I thought Kelsey was regressing last year. I mean, Kansas City should easily win the West. I mean, as long as they have Mahomes and they have some problems, but as long as they have Mahomes and Mahomes and Reed, they're the team to beat.
Yeah, but they got Taylor Swift and Zebras.
Mm-hmm.
They got the 14
And next week the Bills got Baltimore on Sunday Night Football.
Another so the next couple of weeks have gotten real interesting. So this is supposed to be the tough part of our schedule. Yet our next two opponents are both 0-2, and they lost to mediocre teams. Jacksonville lost to a mediocre Cleveland team, and Baltimore lost to a mediocre Vegas team. So, I mean, okay. The thing to remember is it's still early. The Bills throughout their playoff drought always have played times they started 2-0. So, but Jacksonville and Baltimore have been huge disappointments. Then our next opponent's Houston. I think they're really good. I think C.J. Stroud is the third best quarterback behind Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, maybe Joe Burrow. But if we can beat the Texans, I'll be really impressed. Then we got the Jets, and I'm going back and forth with them. It really depends on Aaron Rodgers' health.
Yeah, the Jets had a good game on
They
again,
they lost.
on,
They lost to San Francisco, but then on Thursday night they beat New England. They beat New England, but New England I think is bad this year. I think the Patriots are the worst team in the AFC East. I don't know how they beat the Bengals. I mean, any given Sunday they beat the Bengals. The Bengals were projected to be a Super Bowl contender, but is Joe Burrow shot? Is it too many injuries? I mean, we saw the Panthers do that Cam Newton. We saw Andrew Luck at the Colts. I do wonder how many more hits can Joe Burrow take?
true. And like the Bills, do you think they can do well without Matt Milano?
Yes. I mean, I look at the way Sean McDermott coaches this defense, and it seems like no matter what the Bills lose on defense, Sean McDermott just has that defense ready to play. They'll be constantly in the top 10. He has the right defensive schemes. And then next year they'll have some more salary cap space to load right back up. I mean, Sean McDermott, he's such a mixed feeling. I mean, he's obviously a good coach. He has the Bills on their best run since Marv Levy was here. And he's a smart defensive mind. We just need him to clean up the rest of his game. Like, be more aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Stop being so conservative. If he could do that, I'll consider him one of the best coaches. If he already is one of the best coaches in the league, but he can be so much better.
Do you have a score prediction for the game Monday night?
I'm a little nervous, but I think Buffalo will get away with a 20-17 victory. I mean, I know this could be a trap game, but the Bills have a little bit extra days of rest. This time, the Jaguars are coming here to Buffalo, whereas last two times they traveled to Jacksonville and then last year to London, England. And I think Buffalo will have. I think if at home and Buffalo has the home field advantage, I think Buffalo will have a 2017 victory. So, how about we ask my friends over here? Remy, what do you think the score of the Bills Jaguars game is going to be?
I think it's gonna be 24-10.
Daniel, what do you think the score is going to be?
Oh what?
What do you think the score is going to be for the Bills Jaguars game? He said 24-10.
39.
No.
No, it's just 6.
Oh, 39-6.
Sorry.
Oh, so Danny's predicted a blowout. What about you, Robbie? What do you think the score of the game is going to be?
I'm gonna say 35-20 Bills.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's going to win this game. So I'm really excited. And so.
Can't make your people happy.
Oh, we can't make the zebras happy. The officiating is just worse. It's getting worse and worse in the NFL. And in college, too. As my friend Remy said, he's a Nebraska fan. He was watching his Cornhuskers. The referee screwed his team. The Zebras screwed his team.
Yeah, even in high school, sometimes they do that.
Richard Rush, 28-27 Buffalo. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trap game.
I hope.
Yeah, it's gonna be a trap game. It's gonna be close, but I think Buffalo will give it the victory. Oh, Chris Palmer said 21-20. Oh, you think Jacksonville's gonna win? Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Chris. Yeah, he's an Eagles fan, so
Yeah. Hey, Chris, how do those Eagles do? I mean, the Eagles are projected to be one of the best teams. All kidding aside, the Eagles are projected to be the best team in the NFC. But but I don't know. They completely collapsed this year. They're like 1-7 the last couple. They're like 2-7 in the last 8 games. Like, I mean, on paper they should win the East, but something's wrong with that team.
yeah, and if you don't follow him on YouTube, you should. He's a Chris Palmer has a good listen on YouTube.
Oh, the Eagles face the Saints. Now the question is, are the Saints a good team? Because they dominated the Cowboys. They're 2-0. It's like, okay, they beat the first. They dominate the Panthers. Like, oh, okay, the Panthers are a historically bad team. David Tepper's the worst owner in sports. Well, one of the worst owners in sports. But then they dominate the Cowboys. So, like, is this team for real? Okay, it's too early. But what do you think, Robbie?
I think it's still early because we're only in week 3?
Week three. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they've been playing time. Yeah, and the Saints. I mean, we've seen this time and time again. The Saints. The Saints be a historically bad historically bad Panthers team, and then they beat the Cowboys. Like all throughout social media, you'll hear Cowboys fan. Yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. Like, yeah. We've seen this time and time again. They ain't winning the Super Bowl with Jerry Jones or Dak Prescott or Mike McCarthy. We've seen they've not been this NFC Championship in 28 years, and Cowboys fans just never learn.
True. The Eagles are underdogs on Sunday against the Saints.
Oh, so maybe the Saints go 3-0. 1995, yeah. The last time the Cowboys won, they got to the NFC Championship game, much less the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and t- tomorrow, I'm going out to the BFLO store to see John Fino over there, and he's signing autographs. So
Awesome. You have fun. I met Sean McDermott and Deion Dawkins there a couple of years ago.
And John Fina also has a podcast with one of my friends, Joe Miller. They have a show called The Off Tackle with John Fina. It's a great show. I mean, like, it's a good show to listen to like before watching a Buffalo Bills game.
Yeah, I have to do some more podcasts. I'm glad to do a podcast with you. I like to do more podcasts with my friend. I like to do some more podcasts, get involved in people's podcasts. I mean, I've been doing podcasts on YouTube because it's easy to upload. I mean, yeah, Dallas does suck. And John Fina's okay. John Fina's a great guy. I'll have to meet him one of these days.
And I mean, Joe, John, and Jerry, the three J's on one network. It's fun to be in the comments with this guy right here. And
So,
Okay.
what did it say, Daniel?
I got my mind different. All the football teams in the NFL, college, I don't know. But in the NFL, I think there's one thing that they all have. Buffalo Bills, all the teams. Raiders, Bills,
What do they all have, Daniel?
they got one thing that they made it to the NFL.
Yeah, it's quite an achievement to go to the NFL.
and if you don't mind me asking, what is the score in the New York Yankees game?
6-0 Yankees. They're dominating.
Against who?
Oakland Athletics.
So this is how many games left in the season?
For the Yankees?
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, it's already late September, so they've already clinched the playoff spot. The 90 is 64 for F.
I wonder about that.
They did not. Remy, I'm sorry. 154 games, so they got like 8 games left. Well, actually, hold on. Is Boston in the playoff spot? So I'll put on my Yankees hat. That's what I'll switch gears to baseball. So the wild cards. So the Yankees lead the East. The Guardians lead the Central. The Astros lead the West. The wild card teams are the Orioles, Royals, and Twins. Tigers are half a game behind. Seattle 2 games behind. Sorry, Remy. The Red Sox are 5 games back. I think they're in trouble if they're not ultimately eliminated. My friend Remy, they're a Red Sox fan. So it's been rough. But he's also a Boston Celtics fan who won the NBA championship.
So like to end my show, where can they find you if they listen to this in post?
Hit me on Twitter at JRedShow. And I'll also go on Facebook and yeah. But my main account's at JRedShow, my Twitter.
Cool. My main account is at 716Blizzard on X or Twitter or whatever you call it.
Sounds good. Here's my cat Mewtwo.
And thank you for tuning in and go Bills. And go Sabres.
Oh, Bills, go Sabres, and Yankees.